Welcome to my channel. Get comfortable, get you a snack, chill. We're gonna sit and talk about stuff. So I already recorded and put up my April book haul, but I forgot to film January, March book hauls, and now I'm also going to be doing May's. So first I'm going to start off by listing what I bought in January. So, January 2021, I had bought off of Abe Books a bunch of vintage books based on 80s cartoons, because I wanted to do that, and I plan on doing that again sometime this year. So, I'll show from a different video that I did film it, but I didn't say anything. I did silent filming. So, the books that I bought in January was The Real Ghostbusters in Haunted House Mystery, Eureka's Castle, Magellan Saves the Day, Eureka's Castle, Good Night, Magellan, Fraggle Rock book, Wembley and the Soggy Map, the Black Cauldron book, it was Terran's Magic Sword, and I also got a little golden book that was I Am Simba. I believe I bought that one from Walmart. I'd also found a Rainbow Bright coloring book. I want to actually find a regular book for Rainbow Bright, but I'll have to get to that at some point. I also am continuing the manga series of Monstrous, so I bought Monstrous Volume 2 in January as well. In March, I went to Goodwill. Pretty much every month I try to go to Goodwill and see what I can find. And I usually find a lot. But in March I found Aesop's Fables by Charles Santor. I found a Beauty and the Beast by Marina Mayer. So it's not a Disney version, it's a different version. I found a Disney Princess Collection, like thick kind of book that was called A Treasury of Tales. I found a figure sketching school, like drawing book. And I found a little golden book collection of Eloise Wilkin stories. So instead of just the little tiny golden book, it was like a thicker, nice book. I thought that was kind of cool. At Walmart in March of 2021, I got a graphic novel from Five Nights at Freddy's called The Silver Eyes. And I got a romance novel called Highland Treasure by Lindsay Sands. Also on Abe Books, I'd bought Marked. It's a House of Night series, book 1 by PC Cast. I'd had like from Dollar General before, bought like book 12 or something, so I wanted to get book 1 and actually start the series from the beginning. And that's going to be part of a special secret TBR that I'm working on. I'm working on a bunch of secret TBRs that'll come together at some point this year. But so those were January and March. Now let's go ahead and start with May's. First up, a little tiny book of Disney The Aristocats. It's really skinny, tiny little book, but cute. I always loved this Disney movie. It was one of my favorites. I figure out where I'm gonna put these. I have like very little room. The pile is taking up the pile already. I got like no room. Small Engines and Nonfiction. At Walmart, I found this cute little book. Seems to be part of a series called Star Friends. This first one is Mirror Magic. I don't know what book number it is, but this is the one that I decided to pick up. And the girl in the picture is called Mia. illustrations. Looks cute. I'd seen it at Walmart before and had passed over it, but I'm like, well, one of these days I'll get that, so I decided to in May. Another nonfiction. I found a lot of nonfiction at Goodwill this month. This one is called Why We Buy, The Science of Shopping by Paco Underhill. This nonfiction is called Live Your Bliss by Terry Cole Whitaker. Here is Oxymoronica by Dr. Marty Groth. Paradoxical wit and wisdom from history's greatest wordsmiths. And it looked interesting, so I thought, why not? Doing documentary work by Robert Coles. I'm trying to find all my nonfictions. Man Up Your Meals. Recipes for Real Men. I actually picked this up at a yard sale in May. Alright, we're just gonna go through the pile instead of sorting. So this one is Nights in Rodanthe, Nicholas Sparks. Alvin Ho by Lenore Look. Looked like a cute little kid's book, so I figured I'd pick that up. I like picking up children's and middle grade and everything, just so I can get a wide variety, especially when it comes to books from Goodwill, because I can pick it up real cheap, and if I don't like it, oh well, not a big deal. Ranger's Apprentice is the name of the series, and the book 2 is The Burning Bridge by John Flanagan. So, I don't know, I may end up trying to find book 1 before I read book 2. I like reading the series from the start. I prefer to. I don't always, but I prefer to. Okay, so this one seems to be like it probably was from a gift store, a gift shop at, it's Colonial Williamsburg Hauntings. Official Colonial Williamsburg Ghost Walk Companion. Interesting, from Williamsburg, Virginia. Okay. So, somebody must have went on a trip and then gave that to Goodwill. Here is a Nancy Drew. Nice old copy. The Secret in the Old Attic. Got some nice end pages here. Back end page is the same. This was, see if I can find when it was published. 1944. Nice. I found a lot of thriller this time as well. Shut Your Eyes Tight by John Burden. Nice hardcover. I love when I find hardcovers. There were a lot more hardcovers too, which was interesting. Here's another non. Find more joy and fulfillment now. Don't miss your life, Joe Robinson. I was surprised by this one. Every once in a while, I will actually find a book that has been mentioned on BookTube at Goodwill, which I did. Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. Originally $15. Ollie's sold it for $4. I got it for like $1. That's why I love shopping for books at Goodwill. Cheap. Love cheap. The Marsh King's Daughter by Karen Dion. Not sure what it's about, but okay. Nice. it sounded interesting. Usually when I shop for books at Goodwill, I mostly just go by the cover and the title. Sometimes I'll look at the inner thing or the blurb on the back to see if it sounds interesting, and even if it just sounds a little interesting, I'm like, alright, I'll pick it up. Worst case scenario, I'll bring it back to Goodwill. This one, The House of the Pandragor, The Mask and the Sorceress by Dennis Jones. Seemed like a good fantasy novel, maybe. Cool. This is one that I planned on reading this, like, quarter. I have the ebook, but I'm glad that I actually found a physical copy, and it's illustrated, so super pretty. Phantom of the Opera. I'm excited. I'd also seen a few mysteries. This is called Killer Knots by Nancy J. Cohen. It is a Bad Hair Day mystery. What drew me to it, it's summer, it looks like a very cool summerish book. Her hair is in like a, I don't know what kind of knot you call that, but I'm like, that's kind of cool, like a rope thing. I'm like, okay. And the title, like, yeah, very cool. Alright, then I found this cute, really old vintage, the new basic readers, the new are new friends. Thought that was kind of cute. Looks like it might have been passed down between sisters, judging by the names in it. So that's kind of cute. Let's see when this was put out. Copyright in 1951. So it's a good old little book. Found The 6 Most Important Decisions You'll Ever Make by Sean Covey, best-selling author of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. I haven't read any of his ones based towards teens, but there was one that was like The Habits of Highly Effective People or something, so I thought I'd pick it up. Why not? Ooh. Also, this one is Black Dawn by Rachel Kane. It's part of the Morganville Vampire series. This is book 12, if I remember correctly. So I need to try to find book 1, which I will. Probably on Abe Books. This one I had seen before on Amazon, and it's called Girl Stop Apologizing by Rachel Hollis. Another nonfiction. Another nonfiction, The Pillars of Confidence by Tamra S. Fairbrother. This one seems like a dystopian. The Rule of 3. After 3 days in the dark, the fight for power begins by Eric Walters. Kinda cool. Looking. Rule of 3. A person can last 3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food. A community begins to die in just seconds. Very dystopian vibes. Very cool. Okay. I think this is our last one. Midnight for Charlie Bone by Jenny Nemo. Nemo? Yeah. I believe this is book 1. Yep. Children of the Red King series, it's book 1. I'm glad when I find book 1 in series so that I can start them off. So, that is all of my hauls, January, March, and May. I gotta go edit this, and thank you for watching. please like and subscribe and comment. Let me know if you've read any of these, if you know of any of these, if you want to recommend me anything based off of these series or anything. And I'll catch you next time. It's gonna give me a bag, they give me a box. Okay. So,